like, we know Score is like, he played in the Trundle jungle meta. Like, he knows exactly what's going on. So it's, look, I find it weird. They just kind of ignored Sponge.
Vision given over. Perfect knows not to step up and do anything crazy. Oh.
Okay, Cuz is moving in, looking for an angle here as LazyFeel immediately going to cleanse. Maybe a little bit early, but there's the flash forward from Doctor on the dancing grenade as Andil is held in position. And even BDD is down here. He might even be able to grab himself the kill. As there it is, the threaded volley comes down, takes 2 turret shots for his trouble, but that is first blood to KT. Now Perfect, seeing whether he can survive. Great flash to get himself out of the way of Sponge. Still, there's a big minion wave though, and I don't know whether the Gwen is completely out of the woods.
Yes, as of now, about 500 gold.
Yep. And still, more pressure does come in. There is the Gnar. Off the back of the crush is gorgeous as Perfect. Getting a bunch of health back, but isn't going to be able to make that one work as Sponge tanks up the turret. One last shot would have done it, but it doesn't actually come through, and he gets out pretty comfortably.
Take the time to clear it, yeah.
Wow. That is confidence right there. You love to see it. But with mid control, you can understand exactly why he has. I'm ignoring the minuses and the pluses as far as the binary thing is, because I don't think that there are pluses and minuses in binary.
So it's just, there's just no...
Unless you're doing binary math.
I think we're getting a little bit into the weeds on this one.
I think we might be, and I don't know enough about it. The edgy one.
Yeah. And
it is pretty cool. All right, there's a seismic shove. Sponge demonstrating how cool the Trundle is as he dies. Unfortunately, Subjugate not going to be helping him out there. And the Troll King will go down. So KT 1 kill away from locking down those feats of strength. As Yahoo flashes right on the edge, but the slow's still going to catch him. Emperor's Divide does absolutely nothing. And there it is, your feats of warfare going over to KT. Because otherwise, you're not doing your job very effectively.
You do generally want to keep above 0, though.
Yeah.
Which,
but I mean, he did use 100% of his health bar.
Yeah, he did.
In that play.
He did make use of it.
Yeah. Saving Perfect from what could have been another difficult time there. Sponge and Cuz just doing battle. Seismic Shove is there, and maybe this matchup is fine for the Xin Zhao if there is always a Taliyah to back him up.
Yep, we just keep seeing BDD being first to move in these situations, so follow-up coming through, and Sponge is not having a good time.
All right, flash out of the way here from Perfect. It looked kind of cute, but in the end, Rich just gets a flash.
BDD's coming though. Rich is low in HP, no Mega Gnar.
Oh dear. Well, BDD is just going to walk in. Perfect could be in a little bit of trouble. He is dead. That is still the kill going over to BDD. And this is actually, it's so rude of BDD, to be perfectly honest, because we always talk about his Azir, but his Taliyah has always been phenomenal. As Peter tries to get over that wall, Seismic Shove, Solar Flare, everything in the kitchen sink, and Andel's dead.
That was slick. That was pretty nice from Peter there. Following up with the CC on the back end with the ult. And 2-0-2 for Cuz as well. These two super strong right now, taking over this game. It's a 3,000 gold lead already, and we emphasize the importance for KT.
Yep.
Not just of winning the series, but winning every game. And they are taking that very seriously.
Plus ones.
You know what?
Plus ones.
That's character growth right there.
Oh, yeah. Got a decent trade. Got the cannon. That's the main thing. All right, no one actually going to hop in the Rift Herald this time around, as Doctorm also starting to do a fair bit of damage, and LazyFeel going to get tagged. In goes Cuz, and just obliterates him. Sponge trying to get himself out of the way, and now the curtains have been called. And the answer is, I'm leaving, I guess. Sponge going to be able to flash to get himself out of the way. Flash for ult, you'll take that as another seismic shove, of course, is going to land. Rich, what are we doing there? I'm not entirely sure, maybe going for a little bit of a flank angle here, but now there is nowhere safe on the map for DRX.
This just isn't even looking close at the moment. KT completely taking over the game, setting the pace. Gonna be looking to pick up that third dragon as well here. Second tower of the game will go down to Perfect.
Oh, clean 2-0, nothing to see here, right?
Oh,
right, what?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you were desking as well.
Yeah.
You had to wear those sunglasses at the same time. Got a bit of a dive here onto Perfect, who flashes out of the way of the Gnar. The Needlework is doing so much. And the Deadly Flourish, not so much. As Sponge takes so much damage here from Doctorm, who's just going to try and stand his ground. And stand his ground he does. Cuz comes on over. What the hell is this Xin Zhao damage? He's got 2 items complete. Just eviscerates the Rel.
That will get it. Would love to see it.
Yeah, definitely would be. That would be the optimal choice.
You know what, Perfect? You just stay in that brush. You don't need to leave it. You just you have a good old time there.
Yep. Or going further away. This inner turret will go down. That is actually going to be a lot of money going over to DRX.
I mean, this is 100% the right call from DRX, and the fact that this is able to happen, a little bit criminal from KT.
Yeah.
Because it is actually a massive influx of gold for DRX.
Yeah.
And yeah, still get Atakan, but we've kind of seen Atakan isn't that crazy valuable. I will say they have a lot of petals.
So we've also cropped out both of the sides and the top.
Yeah.
And we are just seeing the gameplay, the top of the heads of the players.
Spellbook recently, but it's particularly into Trundle.
Yeah.
Like, Peter...
They really didn't care about
Ultim, get the resist. I want to see it.
Yep. Well, he doesn't really need to. A seismic shove just going to throw him away. Peter is still trying to walk it off, gets a big old shield, but he is still dead.
He doesn't need to do it, but it's cool to see.
KT are probably not going to be fighting for this dragon. Seismic.
Oh no, they are.
They certainly are. Deadly Flourish holds Andal in position. Andal was going for a flank. Little did he know, instead he was going to just die. And now the curtains have been called. Emperor's Divide just to try and get rid of Cuz, who is immortal, quite actually, ladies and gentlemen. Perfect going to get his revenge as it's a triple. Make it a quadra for BDD. He just needs one more as Rich throws them against the wall. He really doesn't want BDD to pick this one up as Doctom's tanking the turret. They're chasing him down. They need to tag him. The Deadly Flourish needs to land. It's a seismic shove that connects and BDD gets the penta. Well, sort of. It doesn't get announced, but we'll give it to him in spirit. Taking too long to die.
And Andal for spawning a little bit too quickly. So, you know,
yeah,
a little bit sad. I think BDD...
I'm going to give it to him. That's an honorary penta, you know? Is it all about the announcer, you know? Scenario.
A lot easier when you have more damage. And he will just massacre this turret. And now Rich, yeah, 2 levels down. And a lot of gold down. And now you can't even, you can't even do the map, the hack I had.
BDD's 9-0-3, man.
Because when Titanic Hydra as well.
He is actually an 80 carry. My god, the damage is revolting.
Such a Giga Chad build.
Oh, I've seen that build in solo queue. All right, Deadly Flourish not going to connect there onto Sponge, but Sponge I don't think going to get anywhere near this Baron, which is going down very, very quickly.
Oh, Yehu?
Okay, Yehu does find an angle here onto Doctom, who does get stabbed. The Baron is probably going to go down as Peter's just trying to keep Yehu out of that pit. Oh, doesn't quite get in there. BDD trying to kite them out as well as Sponge making his way in because the raid boss himself is going to try and protect his last remaining carry. That's BDD who flashes towards Sponge. Double kill, make it a triple here for Perfect. Is it his turn for a penta, ladies and gentlemen? As Lazyfield flashing out of the way, but Perfect is just going to skip after him, run him with
Where's his penta?
Dangerous, and his penta is right here, going back to base. When did the Lich Bane and Storm Surge come in? What?
It's pretty crazy.
That looks like he's like just very angry. It's
This
like
is a lot
revenge.
of a lot of solo queue energy.
In the meantime, the Elder has been started. Let's have a look at what's going to happen here as Sponges gets slowed down, zoned out of the pit. That's going to go to KT. Emperor's Divide goes wide. And I didn't mean for that to rhyme, nor did the Leona mean to go down, but she did. It's going to be the trade, though, as now Yehu could be in a little bit of trouble. Rich held in position. Seismic Shove throws him away as the big angry dragon that is BDD will take down his opposite number. Perfect also getting a little bit of dopamine after things were not going so well. And KT, I think you're going to look towards time traveling into game number 2 pretty quickly here with these Nexus turrets next to go down.
Yeah, well, it took a little bit longer to get this game finished. I think KT very confident in this game, though, in the outcome. DRX tried to...
In the end, Perfect had the biggest gold advantage, by the way.
That's
I will have you know, he gwenned extraordinarily hard.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.